Let me say it for the people in the back. Do not settle. Okay, I have a big green flag my husband did last night. Let me tell you about it. I've worked in long-term care for almost 10 years, so I follow lots of nursing homes on Facebook. And yesterday I watched this post, and this lady said, "Hi, I'm the occupational therapist. I do CODA work." And I paused the video. And I turned over to my husband and I said, "Hold on, watch this video." And I played that part for him and then paused it. And I said, "What's wrong with this?" And he goes, "She's not an occupational therapist. She's falsely saying that. If she does CODA work, she's a CODA. She works in occupational therapy." Like, I know he knows, but like, oh my gosh, just to hear him say it better than somebody else that is actually working as an occupational therapy assistant as a CODA. I'm an occupational therapy assistant and I ain't throwing any shade, but I am not out there saying I'm an occupational therapist. There are lots of things I am, but I am not an occupational therapist. I am an occupational therapy assistant. I often say, "Hi, I'm from occupational therapy," because I consider me and the occupational therapist and anybody else that comes in to help me out and does PRN, we're the occupational therapy team. And then together with PT and ST, we're the therapy team or the therapy department. So I usually introduce myself and my PTA as, "Hi, I'm from occupational therapy. She's from physical therapy," and explain it like that. If anybody wants to ask any other questions or any, I elaborate accordingly. There are some nurse comedians and I love their stand-up and I like how they ask the husbands to stand up and they're like, "What does your wife or your significant other do?" And they have like no idea. "What kind of nurse is your significant other?" And they just have like no idea. And I feel like nursing is even a little bit easier than therapy. Therapy is very confusing. Here's an example. Somebody who's a CODA just sat in a video that they posted on their nursing home's Facebook page and said she's an occupational therapist. Ooh, that's wrong. So I'm so proud of my husband that he knew that. He knew it. He was on it. He knows exactly what I do. Girls, don't settle. Your husband should know exactly what you do. Green flag. Go, Sean.